What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be talking about the 3 things that can help build your team and take it to the next level. And some of these things many of you guys already know, but we're going to be talking about it regardless because there are people that don't know, and it might help you out with some of the things that you may be lacking right now. The number one thing you have to understand is, what do you need to do on a daily basis? Now, you don't have to play the game a lot, and in some days you don't even want to play the game. You know, you'll play weekend league, and then you just want to like attack somebody like immediately after. So I'm not saying that you need to play a multitude of games. What I'm saying is the daily engagement. These things are very, very important because what happens is you get a lot of things that's going to help build that team up. You know, in another 11 days, we're going to get another 89 and 90 overall power pass. Those things are very, very important. Okay, those are things that, you know, pretty much is going to help build your team and take it to the next level. And not only that, it's going to continue to make you be able to save MUT coins and build the team while maintaining, you know, your sanity and not spending a lot of money. You know, many of you guys, you choose to go one way or the other. I'm a hybrid. I'll grind the game and I'll buy a bundle if there's a player that I like. I'm not trying to spend money every single day because I know what the gist of it is. I know how the game works. So to do that, it doesn't make any sense. This is one of those things that you must pay attention to. You just have to win 2 games and buy a pack from the store every day. So if you're sick of the game, but you know you'll be back, which is a lot of you guys, yo, bro, I hate the game, Gmia, I ain't never coming back. 1 month later, no SpongeBob. Oh, yo, I'm back, Gmia, what's good? Like, listen. Even when you're raging, like, look, when I don't want to play the game, I still get on, win 2 games, even if it's like, you know, 2 challenges, buy a pack from the store, and get credit for this. Because I know at some point I'm going to want to upgrade a card that's going to have need of this, you know, of the power pass, like limited Jamal Adams, different things like that. Is just so that you have some kind of, you know, insurance and security. I'm not saying that, you know, it's necessary to come on and play all your weekend league games in one day like a psycho. All I'm saying is, win 2 games, okay? Get a pack from the store. So this is where it is right here. It'll let you know when you do it. You'll get everything. You'll have a chance at getting a decent amount of coins, whatever, and you'll get credit for that on a regular basis. All right, that's a major thing that you have to understand about the game itself, because if you don't, it's going to create a lot of issues. All right, now the next thing that I focus on is schemes, right? The scheme chemistry of the games. These things are very, very important. I'm going to explain to you why. This is something that makes a lot of the game work. EA Sports wants you to have chems. The reasoning behind why they want you to have chems is because they make more money and everybody is a lot more happy at the EA Sports headquarters because you're using training. All right, so now what do I use? I use Playfake. Why do I use Playfake? Because medium route run is so important in this game that when it happens, you know, look, you'll be playing up against a tight end, all right? You'll have like the fastest cornerback in the game. You'll be like, look, I'm gonna man this guy up. He's gonna take him out of the game. And as soon as you say that, he's going for 6. Why is he going for 6? That medium route running, all right? A very, very important factor. Is play action very important? Yes. Dante Culpepper, one of the interesting thing about his card, he got that 95, you know, play action situation that was going on. He actually moves around a lot faster with it. You get that through, you know, upgrading this whole situation. Now you can see he doesn't make the final tier. You know, with Dante Culpepper, he was at that 95, so that was a big deal. Right here, he doesn't move the same. So when I run play action, he doesn't get that same feel to move side to side and everything is good. And that just shows us that some things do work in the game. Right? Now, with everything else that he gets, you know, the medium accuracy, all that stuff, that's all great. He gets the throw power. We understand that. But the play action is also a huge thing. So if you have another quarterback that meets that 95 and above threshold, you will notice a difference. I just want to go ahead and point that out. So the scheme chemistries, although most of us don't really, you know, buy into it, they've made it more important this year. Now, one of the interesting things that I want to note with Vernon Davis, you know, he doesn't meet, I think he gets right to like 89, right? Yeah, he doesn't meet that 90 threshold, but if you put him on a crosser, he's going for 6 in most cases. And I think right now, he is the best tight end in the game. I wouldn't take Darren Waller because Darren Waller he's big, but he doesn't move at the right pace Plus, for most of us, you know, if you're not a Raiders theme team, he gets maxed out to a 90 speed. Vernon Davis was a burner, so they actually showed him love early in the game to allow him to get to this right here. This is very, very important for you guys to understand that. So, you know, I think he's the best tight end in the game. And he doesn't get quite there to that medium route run that we want, but he's still, that short route maybe helps out a little bit. Plus, I think he has a decent deep route running, right? Let me go ahead and check that real quick. Yeah, 88. So, you know, he's like an all-around decent tight end, plus his run block is at 78. He can put in work. But just looking at the play fake and what it does for him, it does help him to be better in the game. The medium route run, the short route, those are the things that get them open. When you're going to play people that have been watching pro players that come out and they're going to send 2 players at you. They're going to send 2 defensive ends or 2 defensive tackles and have everybody in man and zone, right? And then you're going to have to figure out, like, because that actually stops the run. They'll shoot the gap. It's a very disgusting time right now in Madden 21. But having a player like Vernon Davis that can create a problem right at the snap by just jumping off the line and going on a crosser, that is a very important aspect of the game. So the short route and the medium route, all the stuff that comes with the play fake, I'm not telling you that you should use it. I'm telling you how it works for me. So I notice a difference with all my players, including Calico and Terry McLaurin. They actually do more stuff. Now, one of the things that I want to point out is if you go with the go deep chem, Tyron Calico, he meets a certain threshold where he will play better with the deep routes. The problem is you don't get enough from the deep route chemistries, right? So look, let me just show you what I'm talking about. If you go with the go deep, right, and you see all this stuff, the breaks at, deep throw accuracy, you know, spec catch, all that stuff, the deep route running is going to be pretty good. The problem is it doesn't really help impact your entire offense the way that the play fake does, because it just motivates the whole team. You know, you got the lineman playing better, play action, all that stuff. It's just a much better situation. But this with an individual player, maybe it would make him play more out of his mind with the routes that I have him on if I did go deep with this guy and just go ahead and just, you know, upgrade him all the way. But at this point, you got to understand with the way the game is, it's that medium route that gets dudes just going crazy. All right. At some point, I would like to kind of alternate. You know, maybe try to have some go deep, some of the play fake. But at this point right now, with the way the game is, I think most people that you play against are going to have, you know, play fake as their primary scheme on offense. And then finally, the third thing is the physical chem, right? We can argue back and forth about this as opposed to sprinter versus brawler, but make no mistake, the acceleration aspect of this game, it's noticeable. And when you have a player that has decent speed and you give him that acceleration, you are going to notice a huge difference. Now, one of the bigger things that you guys always ask about, Gmias, look, you're taking away strength from the players. Does that really impact it? My honest answer to that with my O-line, my D-line, no. They play exactly the same way. Now, this guy is a dangerous guy because he gets that 95 and he's already at the 90 threshold of the deep route run. So he's like a jack of all trades right here. He's going to do whatever he wants. I don't really care about the fact that his strength gets -2. That doesn't matter. His excel being at 94 and his speed being at 96, that's going to impact me directly in the game where I notice that he's moving faster than other players. So that is something that you're going to have to make sure that you understand, okay? When you add Sprinter is going to give you all that, right? The acceleration is going to give you the speed. When you go to Brawler, just take a look at what Brawler does, right? Brawler is going to do something. It's going to give you strength. It's going to minus excel. All right, it's going to minus agility. I think that Sprinter also minuses agility as well, but it's going to minus some of the things that we actually want. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to minus excel, and you shouldn't either. It doesn't really matter. Like, this is something that you guys have to understand. When you take away acceleration in this game, you are going out there to lose games. I don't care about the fact that, you know, oh, my D lineman and my O lineman, don't worry about that. You very, very rarely see an impact of -2 strength, but you will see the impact of a minus acceleration. And then it's 2 minus excels with the Brawler. Okay, just to kind of point that out. So you're slowing your players down to kind of make them stronger. Doesn't make any sense for the way the game plays. Now, you could go Brawler and Sprinter separately and make your O lineman and your D line only, you know, have that. And so maybe your, you know, a couple of your D linemen and the middle linebackers and outside linebackers kind of max it out. But it'll be relatively difficult. I'm just going to tell you right now, Sprinter, making your players faster, you know, and acceleration and speed is more important than everything else in the game, because you'll notice you'll have the strongest player at D tackle, like let's say Aaron Donald, maxed out, and somebody's going to run a halfback dive right through him anyway. So let's just be honest, it's not really that big of a deal. Those are some of the things I wanted to share with you today to get you guys ready, some tips and tricks to get you out there to take over on the gridiron. Let me know if this helped you in any way. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. One love, y'all.